Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT here in our WWE 2K26 Universe mode. This is episode 2 of NXT, and we got a situation going on backstage. That is the Vision, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, the current WWE Tag Team Champions from Monday Night Raw, and that's Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, the leader of the Vision. Breaker and Reed are attacking Rollins in the garage here, backstage here on NXT. Seth Rollins and the Vision are coming to blows here on Monday Night Raw. We don't know what the hell is going on. Bronson Reed viciously attacking Rollins. Braun Breaker, he's over by the hallway there. Now he's making his way back, but what the hell is this all about? We know Seth Rollins this past Monday night on Raw failed to win the United States Championship from Will Ospreay in that epic Extreme Rules match, but Breaker and Reed are decimating Rollins, or I should say Bronson Reed is. This is an insane situation here. What the hell is this all about? The Tag Team Champions attacking Rollins, and this is not looking so good here. And Breaker making his way back. Rollins trying to overpower Bronson Reed. Rollins into the neck breaker. And there's Braun Breaker. The Vision betraying Seth Rollins. Oh my God. And now just throwing Rollins. Rollins is defenseless. He's not the United States Champion today, yes, but you gotta think, maybe if the Vision got involved in that match, maybe it would have been a different story. And Rollins now trying to fight back on Braun Breaker. And this is not looking so good here on NXT. The Vision, as we know it, is over. And now Rollins trying to get his payback. Oh, and there's Reed. Reed saving Breaker. And now it is a mauling here on NXT. Okay, this is bullshit. Rollins now countering on Bronson, and now the Vision gonna maul Rollins. And now Breaker throwing Rollins right into the ambulance. Braun Breaker now with the stop sign over the head of Seth Rollins. And Rollins into the knee. Oh, Breaker though hitting Rollins. Now looking to grab the traffic cone. Rollins though from behind. And now Breaker and Rollins now just one-on-one. Braun Breaker, what the hell has gotten into this man? An utter mauling here on NXT. Oh, and now bulldozing Rollins is Braun Breaker. We were supposed to start the night off with the face-to-face between AJ Styles and Javon Evans. My God. Breaker head first. And now the clothesline. Oh. A big shot right to the face of Rollins. Braun Breaker just doesn't give a damn. Oh, and now again bashing the face off the ambulance. And now beating the hell out of Rollins with a traffic cone. And another shoulder tackle by Braun Breaker. We don't know where the hell Bronson Reed's at. And now Breaker climbing the ambulance. What the hell does Breaker have in mind? Oh, into the splash. And now Bronson Reed looking to assist. An utter mauling here of Seth Rollins to kick off episode 2 of NXT. Oh, went for the senton. Rollins got the knees up. Oh, and now the clothesline, and Breaker could be going for it. Oh, Rollins able to avoid the clothesline yet again. And these two just continuing the battle here on NXT. Oh, into the spear. The vision is over. Well, that was a chaotic start to NXT, but there is the NXT champion, AJ Styles, set to go face to face with his challenger, Javon Evans, the new NXT champion. Last week, I became the first ever two-time NXT champion in one hell of a fight in 3 stages of hell with Bandito, but I cannot think about the past. I need to look towards the future. Javon Evans, you are a worthy opponent, and AJ, you know I'm a worthy opponent. I am only 21 years of age, and I'm going to be the youngest champion ever in Universe Mode history when I beat you, and I become the new NXT champion. You are a Hall of Famer, but I'm going to be a future Hall of Famer, and it will start with me taking your NXT championship. We shall see, young boy. Oh ho ho. A tense face-to-face, the NXT champion and the challenger, AJ Styles and Javon Evans, will go one-on-one for the NXT championship. A Hall of Famer, a future Hall of Famer. Who is going to get the better of the other? We're going to have to wait and see. What a face-to-face between Styles and Evans here on NXT. Well, we are back here on NXT, and it is time for our first of 3 championship matches that we are going to have here tonight. First, for the Cruiserweight Championship, as it'll be Vikingo defending against a member of the Death Riders. As who is it going to be? Of course, it was supposed to be Pac of the Death Riders, but we have been told he did not make weight. He's not a cruiserweight competitor anymore, so it'll either be Daniel Garcia or Wheeler Yuta taking Pac's place to try to take that Cruiserweight Championship. You see Moxley accompanying the Death Riders to the ring here tonight on NXT. As which one of the Death Riders will try to take that Cruiserweight Championship away from the new champion, Elio Del Vikingo? It appears to be Garcia. Daniel Garcia is going to be challenging Vikingo for the Cruiserweight Championship. As here comes the champion, Elio Del Vikingo, and look at that championship around the waist of the international superstar. Of course, Elio Del Vikingo made his shocking Universe Mode debut last week on NXT when he answered an open challenge made by the former champion Ricochet, and Elio Del Vikingo shockingly beat Ricochet to become our new Cruiserweight champion. 7 days later, he's defending that championship against Daniel Garcia. That just goes to show how much Vikingo loves to fight, how much he loves stepping foot in a professional wrestling ring. He's still currently a free agent here on Universe Mode. He is appearing on NXT. He's not contracted to either Raw or SmackDown yet. But Vikingo, in only his first match in his Universe Mode career, became the Cruiserweight Champion. And now in his second match tonight, he defends it for the first time against Daniel Garcia. Can Vikingo still be our NXT Cruiserweight Champion? Or will Daniel Garcia be our third Cruiserweight Champion in our Universe Mode? We are about to find out.
Introducing the challenger from Buffalo, New York, weighing in at 187 pounds, Daniel Garcia.
Daniel Garcia is ready for this shot.
And his opponent from Puebla, Mexico, weighing in at 73 kilos, the NXT Cruiserweight Champion,
Elio Del Vikingo is our champion. Who would have thought we would ever see this man compete in our Universe Mode? But he is here and he is ready to fight, and he is here to take on Daniel Garcia. That is what it is all about. The NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Daniel Garcia, the challenger. Vikingo, the champion. Our first match of NXT starts right now. And look at Garcia. Garcia looking for an electric start here in this Cruiserweight Championship match. Daniel Garcia looking for his first sanctioned Universe Mode Championship reign. Obviously, he is a former 24/7 champion. And look at Garcia. Oh, with an ankle lock. But of course, Vikingo a little bit too close to the ropes. You got to think Daniel Garcia, ever since he aligned himself with the Death Riders, his career has really expanded. Obviously, last week on Raw, he and Wheeler Yuta failed to become the tag team champions for Monday Night Raw against the Vision. Look at Vikingo into the moonsault after the failed superplex attempt. Cover. Oh, and Vikingo almost retained the championship right there. Could you imagine the embarrassment of Daniel Garcia if Vikingo was able to retain that quickly? And the big kick. Sit down, kid. Went for the Meteora, and Garcia able to get out of it. But Daniel Garcia, he would love to bring gold back home to the Death Riders. And Vikingo now. Ooh, big shot right to the face. Ooh. And this is going to be a back and forth battle. You got to think, what does the former champion Ricochet think about this match? What do you think Pac thinks about this match? This was supposed to be Pac's opportunity, but he didn't make weight. He's over 205 pounds, so he's not a cruiserweight competitor anymore. Big clothesline by Garcia, going for the cover, and it's going to take a lot more than that to put Vikingo down. We got so much action later on tonight, of course. The NXT Women's North American Championship will be on the line. JC Jane will defend against Tatum Paxley later on tonight. We're also going to have the NXT Tag Team Championships be defended in a Tornado Tag Team Open Challenge. It's going to be interesting to see which team answers that. We're going to have a #1 contenders battle royal to see who will be the next to challenge Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. Oh, big cover there by Vikingo, going for the win and a kick out. And our main event, the Judgment Day. Dirty Dominic and JD McDonough will take on Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne in a tag team match. Oh, wait a minute. Moxley grabbed the leg of Vikingo, and Garcia looking to take advantage. Oh, Vikingo rolls up Garcia, but the referee fixing the buckle pad. And now Garcia going for the cover. Referee has no idea. That would have been a 3. Garcia would be our new Cruiserweight champion. The shoulders are down. And Vikingo kicking out. And you got to think Garcia's got to be pissed. He would be our new Cruiserweight champion right now. He would be our 3rd Cruiserweight champion in Universe Mode history. And Garcia is rolling here thanks to Jon Moxley. We knew Moxley's antics would come into play when we saw all of the Death Riders besides Pac enter this arena. Oh, but Vikingo, another shot into the corner. And the Meteora. Meteora into the corner. Vikingo into the cover to retain here tonight. No! 2.5, and Vikingo is frustrated. But Vikingo needs to keep his foot on the gas pedal if he wants any chance of retaining here tonight. And now, slamming Garcia onto the canvas. The champion on the top. Into the 450 senton. This was how he won the championship from Ricochet. Cover. Hook of the leg, and Vikingo retains the Cruiserweight title here on NXT. But look at this. Vikingo, very impressive with the moonsault. Daniel Garcia stepped up to the plate to replace his Death Rider brother Pac. But Vikingo decimated Daniel Garcia. First, the Meteora into the cover, which almost earned him the win right then and there. But Garcia was still in the fight, and then bam! Vikingo now 2-0 in his Universe Mode career, and he is still the NXT Cruiserweight champion. Vikingo retaining the championship here tonight on NXT, and it feels oh so good. It's back to the drawing board for Daniel Garcia, and you gotta think, who could be next to step up to the plate to try to take that NXT Cruiserweight Championship away from Vikingo? We're gonna have to wait and see, but what a win here on NXT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we go from one title match to another, as it is time for the Tornado Tag Team Open Challenge for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Who is going to step up to the plate and challenge the Ops here on NXT? Oh, wait a minute. That's Ethan Page. All Ego Ethan Page is here on NXT, and He's looking to challenge for the NXT Tag Team Championships. I mean, I know he's part of the North with Josh Alexander, but we have been told Josh Alexander has been out of competition for quite some time due to injury. So, did Ethan Page find a new partner? Ethan Page answering this open challenge. Who did Ethan Page pick to challenge for the NXT Tag Team Championships? We know Ethan Page doesn't want to play with others. Oh, ho, ho, ho. The revolution is televised. Ricky Saints is here. And he is Ethan Page's partner.
From New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 194 pounds, Ricky Saints.
We know the history of Ricky Saints and Ethan Page. They appear to have put their differences aside, and they are now united, and they are challenging the Ops for the tag team titles. Possibly shared frustrations over career setbacks. Both these men are a part of Monday Night Raw, but now here on NXT, they are standing united. Their first match together as a tag team. They are looking to win the NXT Tag Team Championships. Both these men looking for their first respective sanctioned championship reigns. Saints and Page, a tag team. I wonder what their team name's going to be. But those are the challengers. It's going to be a bit of a tough task for Page and Saints, because here come the tag champs, the Ops, our first and only NXT Tag Team Champions in our Universe Modes history.
And introducing the champions, accompanied by the Samoan Joe, at a combined weight of 411 pounds, Cook and Katsuyori Shibata.
The Ops. You see Hook and Katsuyori Shibata are NXT Tag Team Champions, accompanied by the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. Of course, the Ops won those NXT Tag Team Championships in a ladder match all the way back at NXT Heatwave. And they have been standing strong as tag team champions ever since. But will the Ops remain our tag team champions as they defend here against Ricky Saints and Ethan Page here on NXT? We are about to find out. That is what it is all about. Those prestigious NXT tag team titles. Who is going to get the victory here tonight and walk out with those belts? You see the Ops handing those championships over to the referee. That is what it is all about. The tag team titles are on the line. Ricky Saints and Ethan Page, the challengers. The Ops, the champions. Who's going to get the upper hand? Obviously, Tornado Tag Team rules. All 4 men are legal. The first man who gains pinfall or submission will earn their team the NXT Tag Team Championships. And you see Katsuyori Shibata going after Ethan Page. Hook going after Ricky Saints. And look at Hook. And you know, Hook and Ricky Saints actually have a lot of history outside of WWE. They were a part of the Team Taz group together. Oh, and Hook. Oh, but Ethan Page able to counter. And now the challengers trying to get any bit of momentum that they can. Trying to gain control of the Ops. Ricky cover on his former brother Hook. Let's not forget when Hook beat Ricky Saints for the FTW title many moons ago. And now Ricky Saints into the elbow to the outside. Remember, the pinfall or submission needs to happen inside the ring. And Ethan Page in control of Katsuyori Shibata in the ring. Ethan Page Oh, throwing Shibata down. You see Samoa Joe, looks of concern for his boys here tonight. Codebreaker by Ethan Page, Mr. All Ego. Meanwhile, Hook and Ricky Saints battling on the outside. Hook trying to get any bit of control he can on the Absolute One. And Samoa Joe, he is frustrated. Ethan into a submission hold on Shibata. And Shibata trying to get some strikes in of his own. Bam! Big shot right to the face. Shibata getting some shots in. There's Saints defending his partner. I never would have thought Ricky Saints would be much of a tag team guy either. Oh, wait a minute. Saints going after Samoa Joe. What the hell is this all about? Why the hell is Ricky Saints going after Joe? And now Hook trying to defend his mentor. Meanwhile, Shibata getting the upper hand of Ethan Page. Everything's coming up ops here in this tag team title match so far. And now Shibata with the kendo stick. Remember, no disqualifications, no countouts. Ricky notices, trying to get back in the ring. Oh, Shibata tried to go for a chop block. And now here comes the Absolute. And now Ethan Page trying to go after Hook, try to keep Hook at bay. But Hook back in the ring. Trying to bring Ricky inside the ring. And the Ops trying to get any bit of control, trying to make sure the challengers do not get an opening. This is very smart strategy by our NXT Tag Team Champions. And now Shibata in the corner. Hook with a sledgehammer, trying to go after Page. But look at Shibata. Oh, into the Ushigoroshi. The Ops could be just moments away. But look at Page into the slam to Hook. Shibata rolls through on Ricky to retain. Ricky able to kick out. Going to take a lot more than that to put this new tag team down. And Shibata trying to put down Ricky Saints. Not able to work. Ricky now. Samoan drop. Ethan Page trying to fight off Hook. And here we go. Twisted grin. Twisted grin by Ethan Page. Do we have new tag team champions? We do! You gotta be kidding me! Ethan Page and Ricky Saints are our new NXT tag team champions. We never thought we would ever see these two ever team up here on our universe mode, but what an impression they have left. They came, they saw, and they are our new NXT Tag Team Champions. The twisted grin by Ethan Page was enough to get the job done. They finally win gold.
NXT Tag Team Champions, the team of Ethan Page and Ricky Saints.
They went from outcasts to champions. These two men banding together, standing side by side, and in their first match as a team, they are our new NXT Tag Team Champions. What a victory for Ethan Page and Ricky Saints. They are finally champs in our universe mode. And what is the future gonna hold with these two as our NXT Tag Team Champions? We're gonna have to wait and see, but what a win for Page and Saints, our new Tag Team Champions. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on NXT. It is an 8-woman battle royal to see who will be the next to challenge Jordynne Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. You see Alexa Bliss, Kairi Sane, Ronda Rousey making her Universe Mode return. Kairi Sane, Kalani Jordan, there's Lola Vice, Julia, Roxanne Perez as well, Sol Ruca. One of these women will become the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. The last woman in the ring will get that prestigious honor. Ronda Rousey, this is her first match in Universe Mode, and I want to say almost 2 years. And it is here on NXT. Kairi Sane, obviously, a lot of history with the NXT brand. But one half of the Kabuki Warriors, and Lola Vice dancing again. Obviously, Blake Monroe failed to become the NXT Women's Champion last week, so it is time to crown a new #1 contender. Roxanne Perez, former SmackDown Women's Champion, former Women's US Champion as well. Sol Ruca into the moonsault. She failed to become the Women's Intercontinental Champion over at SummerSlam over a week and a half ago. So far, no eliminations yet in this Battle Royal. 8 of the most underrated women's talents looking for an opportunity. Roxanne Perez going after Rowdy Ronda Rousey now, and Kairi Sane into the chop block to Lola Vice. Which one of these 8 ladies is going to get the golden opportunity? Alexa Bliss. Oh, look at this. Ronda Rousey with Kalani Jordan into the corner. Will Kalani be the first woman gone? Julia into the double stomp to Roxanne Perez. And now Alexa Bliss with Lola Vice. Will Lola be the first woman gone? Kalani looking to assist. Kalani and Alexa trying to get Lola Vice out of this match. Lola stays alive. Roxanne Perez is eliminated. Roxanne Perez is the first woman gone in this Battle Royal. And Ronda Rousey using her MMA expertise, ground and pound strikes to Julia. Meanwhile, Kalani Jordan has a hold of Lola Vice. A lot of history between these two ladies in their wrestling careers. Sol Ruca going after Alexa Bliss in the corner, into the drop kick. Ooh, DDT by Kairi Sane on Ronda Rousey. And now Lola Vice, my goodness. Kairi into the Alabama slam to Julia. Big clothesline there by Alexa Bliss. What does Lexi have in mind? Oh, went for the insult to injury, failed to connect. Ronda Rousey, a lot of history with Alexa Bliss. Big power bomb there by Sol Ruca. And now Lola Vice into the kicks. It is chaos here on NXT. All of these ladies looking to become the next #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. Julia trying to eliminate Kairi Sane from the Battle Royal. Kairi stays alive. Kairi Sane, who's had a few failed opportunities at the Women's World Championship. Maybe the NXT Women's title's the way to go. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell's Kairi thinking? Kairi with Julia. Oh my God, into the stomp. Julia is going to feel that in the morning, win, lose, or draw. Well, there wouldn't be a draw. It's a Battle Royal. Now Sol Ruca with Alexa Bliss. And Lexi is gone. Alexa Bliss has been eliminated. The ring clearing up a little bit more now of superstars. And Sol Ruca into the Bulldog to Kairi Sane. Julia now with Ronda Rousey. Sol Ruca with Kairi Sane. Could Kairi be the next woman eliminated from this Battle Royal? You see Kalani Jordan resting in the corner. Ronda Rousey could be quite the target in this match, if you ask me. Obviously, the best women's athlete in the world. The most popular, anyway. former UFC bantamweight champion, former women's champion in pro wrestling as well. And Kairi Sane eliminated by Sol Ruca. And Julia eliminated by Lola Vice. And now Sol Ruca trying to eliminate Lola. We're down to 4. Kalani Jordan eliminated by Ronda Rousey. And Lola Vice could be the next woman gone. We are down to 3. Ronda Rousey, Sol Ruca, or Lola Vice. Ronda now into the suplex. Could you imagine Ronda Rousey versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship? That would be one hell of a match. And Ronda now, muscle buster suplex to Sol Ruca. And Ronda is decimating the competition. And this is a dream match in of itself. These two former MMA fighters, Ronda Rousey and Lola Vice. Who's going to get the better of the other? Sol Ruca, bulldog to Lola. But now Ronda from behind could take advantage. Ooh, big knee. Right to the gut. Sol Ruca back to her feet. The incredible athleticism of Sol Ruca that has made her so popular here on Universe Mode. Springboard crossbody to Ronda. And Sol Ruca, you can feel she's a little bit fatigued. Bulldog again to Lola Vice. Sol Ruca trying to get as much momentum as she can. Soul Snatcher to Ronda Rousey. Soul Snatcher connects, but now Lola from behind. Lola Vice, can she get the elimination? Oh, rear view into the corner. And Lola is loving it. Well, Ronda tried to take advantage of the chop block. Didn't get it fully. Brilliant takedown nonetheless. Super kick. Barely phased Ronda. And now, yes, if I'm Lola Vice and Sol Ruca, I would actually double team on Ronda Rousey with a big roundhouse kick by Lola. Oh my God. Using those highly educated feet to good use. Sol Ruca still on her feet. Which one of these 3 ladies is going to become #1 contender? Only one of them can. Ronda from behind. Can Ronda Rousey eliminate Lola Vice? Lola could be gone. Sol Ruca watching on. Lola Vice eliminated. We're down to 2. Sol Ruca or Ronda Rousey. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, big suplex by Sol. Both of these ladies are super, super talented. Only one of them, though, is going to become #1 contender. It could very well be Sol Ruca. Ronda Rousey in the corner. She is in deep, deep trouble. Will Ronda be eliminated? Will Sol Ruca become #1 contender? No, at least not yet anyway. Ronda still showing signs of life, bringing Sol over to the ropes. Oh, Sol Ruca not allowing that to happen. Oh, go for the crossbody again. Failed to connect. And now Ronda Rousey. You've got to be kidding me. Ronda Rousey is the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey, her first Universe Mode match in, I want to say, about 2 years, getting the better of 7 other ladies. And she is next in line to face Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. You have got to be kidding me. Talk about making a return. Ronda Rousey is back. Ronda Rousey, the baddest bitch, is back in town. Ronda Rousey, can she become our next NXT Women's Champion in our Universe Mode? We're going to have to wait and see. What a win for Ronda Rousey here on NXT. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our co-main event of the evening, as it is our last title match of the night. The NXT Women's North American Championship is on the line as Tatum Paxley will take on Jacy Jayne. As here comes Tatum. And of course, Tatum Paxley earned this opportunity here tonight because of what went down this past Friday on SmackDown. Tatum Paxley got a shocking upset win over Jacy Jayne in a non-title match. Obviously, Tatum Paxley is staking her claim for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, but Tatum Paxley might not have to wait to win gold in her Universe Mode career. She could become an NXT North American champion right now, and who knows, maybe Tatum could still go after that Intercontinental Championship, become a double champion in her Universe Mode career. You never know what Tatum Paxley is thinking. Her first singles championship opportunity. Obviously, she's had opportunities in the past. WrestleMania, she failed to become Intercontinental Champion. But now, can she become North American Champ? As here comes the champion, Jacy Jayne. Obviously, Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix accompanying her to the ring. Jacy Jayne won that North American Championship in our Season 3 finale of NXT, where she beat Cora Jade for the NXT Women's North American Championship. And now Jacy Jayne makes her first defense of that North American Championship here tonight. Obviously, we know Chelsea Green has been vying for that championship, but Tatum Paxley got a non-title win over Jacy Jayne, so she earned the opportunity first. And Jacy Jayne, you got to think, maybe not a lot of confidence on her mind, but who knows with this young woman. She is always confident every time she steps foot in that ring. This is her first title reign in her Universe Mode career, but can this be the last time that we see Jacy Jayne as the NXT North American Champion? We're going to have to wait and see. You hear the NXT chants echoing throughout the arena as the North American Championship is on the line here tonight.
Introducing the challenger from Dallas, Texas,
Tatum
Tatum Paxley.
Paxley is ready for this chance. Excited for this match.
Her opponent from Tampa, Florida, the NXT Women's North American Champion, Jacy Jayne.
Jacy Jayne holding that championship in her hands. We crowned a new NXT Tag Team Champions in Ethan Page and Ricky Saints earlier tonight. Vikingo retained his Cruiserweight title over Daniel Garcia. Tatum Paxley, the challenger. Jacy Jayne, the champion. The North American Championship for the women is on the line. Here we go. Oh, Jacy tried to start off the match with a super kick. Tatum able to avoid it, saw it coming. And Tatum Paxley, you got to think, she is focused. She has been clamoring for title opportunities for months now. She finally gets a chance at the North American Championship because she beat the champion on SmackDown on Friday. But Jacy Jayne, you got to think, she probably took the last few days to study Tatum Paxley, to study a lot of film, know what makes Tatum tick, because she needs to retain here tonight. This is where it matters now. Oh, super kick to Tatum. Oh, try to go for the senton too. Tatum able to counter. Big roundhouse kick. My goodness. Tatum Paxley really showing her worth here And now the challenger on the apron. Springboard dropkick connects. And of course, you got to think about the factor that is Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix. Look at this. The Women's Intercontinental Champion removing the buckle pad. Fallon Henley removing the buckle pad. And now Fatal Influence are going to influence the trajectory of this match. But Tatum Paxley, let's not forget, she cannot win the Women's North American Championship by countout or disqualification. She needs to pin or submit JC Jane in the ring. You see there the North American Championship on that podium. That is what it is all about. And Tatum Paxley's trying to win it here tonight. Oh! Face first into the announce table. Count of 7 by the referee. They got to get back in the ring. Tatum cannot win by countout. Tatum in the ring. Oh, and there's JC2. This match continues. And now JC Jane into the DDT. We almost got a countout here in our co-main event here on NXT. Let's not forget our main event tag team match. The Judgment Day versus Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne. And now, oh, rear view into the corner by JC Jane, and now a cannonball. The champion now rolling after that amazing start by the challenger. And now, oh, into the splash from the second rope. And now the champion again on the turnbuckles. Senton, almost like a coffin drop cover to retain the North American Championship, and Tatum kicking out. You see a bit of frustration coming off the face of the champion, but she needs to keep her foot on the gas pedal if she wants any chance at beating Tatum here tonight. Oh, wait a minute. Tatum able to counter that. Now has JC up. Oh, into the big slam. Oh, but JC back to her feet. And now she's frustrated. Now she's pissed. These two women are at each other's throats here. Big shot into the corner by the challenger. Tatum wants that championship, but JC wants to keep it more. Oh, and again the rear view into the corner. And now the champ sending a message, going for the cannonball again. Tatum saying no. Russian leg sweep in the middle of the ring. And now Tatum's got to be thinking, what do I need to do to put JC Jane away? This has been a chaotic episode of NXT all throughout. The Vision betraying Seth Rollins. The face-to-face between AJ Styles and Javon Evans. Ethan Page and Ricky Saints are our new tag team champions. Ronda Rousey is back and is #1 contender for the women's title. And now Tatum Paxley could be our next North American champion. Wait a minute. What the hell? What the hell's Lola Vice doing here? Lola Vice, she was in the Battle Royal just moments ago. Lola Vice's music's hitting. And now JC Jane. Oh, trying to take advantage. Tatum saw it coming. You've got to be kidding me. Lola Vice tried to cost Tatum Paxley the championship. But Tatum taking JC down. This was how she beat JC Jane. Tatum Paxley's the champion. Tatum Paxley is the NXT Women's North American Champion. Well, Lola Vice, I don't know what the hell she was trying to do, but Tatum Paxley was able to take advantage. And it only takes one. JC Jane failed. Big slam there by Tatum Paxley. Tatum finally wins gold in her Universe Mode career.
NXT Women's North American Champion, Tatum Paxley.
Tatum Paxley is finally a champion. She becomes our third North American champion in our Universe Mode's history. What a win for Tatum Paxley, our brand new NXT Women's North American Champion. in our universe mode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our main event of the evening here on NXT. As here comes the Irish Ace, J.D. McDonough, representing the Judgment Day, as he and Dominic are set to take on Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne.
Introducing first, representing the Judgment Day, from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 195 pounds, J.D. McDonough.
And of course, it's been quite the eventful week for the Judgment Day. Of course, this past Monday night on Raw, JD and Dom able to become the #1 contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championships, currently held by The Vision, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Now tonight, JD and Dom are here on NXT, looking to take on Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne before Dominic has got to retain that championship. Defend that championship against Joe Hendry, as here comes the North American champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. With that prestigious championship in his hand, fresh off defending the title against his father, Rey Mysterio, last week on NXT. And a win over John Cena last Monday on Raw. What a roller coaster few weeks for Dom.
The Judgment Day, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, the NXT North American Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio could very well be a double champion in a few weeks, because he and JD could become our next WWE Tag Team Champions. Could you imagine Dominic holding 2 titles here on Universe Mode, bringing more gold to the Judgment Day? Dominic has been amazing in this run, beating legends, holding that championship. Obviously, he will defend against Joe Hendry in a few weeks. There's the Judgment Day. As here comes the #1 contender for the North American Championship. Joe Hendry is here. The fans are on their feet.
First, from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 230 pounds, Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry won a fatal 4-way match last week on NXT, beating Obafemi, Ethan Page, and Miles Bourne to become the #1 contender for the North American Championship. And now Joe Hendry is here in our main event, looking to take out the Judgment Day. We could very well be looking at our next NXT North American Champion. But Joe Hendry's not alone tonight, because Miles Bourne is looking to assist Joe Hendry in taking out the Judgment Day. And this young man is something special. I very well believe it.
Wilmington, North Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds,
Miles Bourne, one of the most recent Universe Mode acquisitions. Obviously, he was a part of that fatal 4-way match last week on NXT. That was his Universe Mode debut. This is now Miles Bourne's second match in his Universe Mode career. Hoping for a win this time, because he will now be teaming up with Joe Hendry here tonight. Miles Bourne, you got to think, if he helps Joe Hendry pick up the win here tonight, that could certainly etch his name in a possible North American Championship contention, whether that be against Dominic Mysterio or against his partner tonight, Joe Hendry. Miles Bourne is here, and he is here to stay, as it'll be J.D. McDonough starting off the match against Joe Hendry. This is our main event here on NXT, and it starts right now. Obviously, an amazing night here on NXT. We crowned 2 new champions tonight. Ronda Rousey is our #1 contender, and the Vision betraying Seth frickin' Rollins to start off the night. We are trying our best to get a medical update on Seth Rollins. We have been told he's been transferred to a local medical facility. We don't know what Seth Rollins' condition is or how long he might be out of competition. But Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne trying to start off the match strong. But J.D. McDonough, the former hardcore champion, is trying his best to get the Judgment Day rolling, the #1 contenders for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Joe Hendry now has J.D. Oh, here we go. Into the suplex. Obviously, this past Friday night on SmackDown, Joe Hendry failed to become #1 contender for the Hardcore Championship. That was won by Jimmy Uso, covered by Dominic, and we're getting a little bit of a preview here between Dominic and Joe Hendry. Ooh, big cheap shot there by Joe. And Joe Hendry is a international sensation. He's a #1 chart topper musician. And here we go, double team between these two men. Ooh, double elbow by Hendry and Bourne. And now Miles Bourne trying to weaken the North American champion. What a night it has been here tonight. Episode 2 of Season 4 of NXT in our Universe mode. And now, ooh, reverse atomic drop there by Miles Bourne. And a neck breaker as well. A lot of people have compared Miles Bourne to a young Randy Orton. You never know, Miles Bourne could face similar success as Randy Orton. Randy Orton is our current #1 contender for the WWE Championship over on Monday Night Raw. And now Hendry cover on Mysterio, trying to get the win in a kick out by Dominic. We don't know where the Vision is either. You got to think the Vision have got to be watching this match on, because the Judgment Day are their next challengers for the tag titles. But Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne, I am loving this tag team continuity between these two. Oh, big shot there by Miles Bourne. This young upstart. Oh, went for the splash in the corner. Dominic able to counter. Dominic, former United Kingdom champion, now our current North American champion. Big DDT, and now makes the tag to McDonough. J.D. McDonough now. Oh, another jawbreaker to Miles Bourne. Now going for the cover. Is this enough? Obviously, it's going to take a lot more than that to put Miles Bourne down. But J.D. into the poison rock to Miles Bourne. The Judgment Day, who won a triple threat tornado tag team match. They beat the Young Bucks and DIY to become #1 contenders. Tag again to Joe Hendry. And these two men are doing amazing here. Oh, into a suplex by Hendry. You gotta think, these two men have probably spent a couple of times at the gym together, gotten to know each other. Ooh, double stomp there by JD. And now McDonough into another cover, trying to get the victory for the Judgment Day any way he can. The Judgment Day have had a lot of momentum. Obviously, Finn Balor, current United Kingdom champion. Big tag to Dominic now. And Dom into the cover. Oh, his feet are on the ropes. That was how they became the #1 contenders on Monday night. But the referee able to notice. And now that gives momentum back to Hendry and Bourne. But Dominic saying no. These two men are at each other's throats here, and Joe Hendry has a chance to get tidal waves of momentum against Dominic before their inevitable North American Championship match. Tag there to Miles Bourne now. And a Hurricane Rana by Dominic. Miles, though, getting outside the ring, catch a quick breather. But Dominic was waiting for him. Drop down. Leapfrog. Ooh, and another Hurricane Rana by the North American champion. What does Dominic have in mind now? Could we see a double team for the Judgment Day? Tag to JD. He is legal yet again. And these two men have been amazing. Ooh, big shot there by Miles, though. Look at this. Into the suplex to McDonough. And now what does Miles have in mind? Go for another double team, perhaps? Look at these two. The amount of double team maneuvers they are pulling off tonight. If these two men decide to stay together, we could see these two as tag team champions. Hendry, though, into the fall-away slam to McDonough. And if Hendry hits this, it could be all over. Are we going to see it? Into the standing ovation to JD McDonough. Is this enough? Dominic breaking it up. Dominic saving his partner. That could have clearly been it for Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne. But now Hendry gonna make McDonough pay. This match continues. Oh, cheap shot by Miles. Right to the back of the head of McDonough. And now Hendry gonna take full advantage. Oh, look at this. Into the neck breaker, connecting fully. Hendry going for another cover. Hook of the leg of McDonough. And that's enough. Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne with the victory here on NXT over the Judgment Day. These two men, look at this. Brilliant suplex by Joe Hendry. These two men did amazing here with the amount of double team maneuvers they were able to pull off. Joe Hendry into the fall away slam, hitting the standing ovation on the former hardcore champion JD McDonough. But this was what did it. Look at that, just brushing his hair into the neck breaker. McDonough couldn't fight any longer, and that was enough for Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne to pick up the victory.
The team of Joe Hendry and
Miles
Miles Bourne.
Bourne picking up his first win in his Universe Mode career. Joe Hendry earning himself tons of momentum heading in to the NXT North American Championship match against Dirty Dominic Mysterio at some point in the near future. And you got to think, what do the Vision think about the Judgment Day and that victory? Well, that defeat, I should say. They might be thinking it's going to be a walk in the park. Obviously, the Vision betrayed Seth Rollins earlier on in the night. Hopefully on Monday Night Raw we get more answers about that shocking attack. But what a win by Joe Hendry and Miles Bourne here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude episode 2 of season 4 of SmackDown in our WWE 2K26 Universe Mode. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. And until next time, this has been your boy Willie Alexander of Will's Wrestling Corner. I will see you in the next video. Be